In this video, we're going to cover 3 stocks that insiders are plowing tens of millions of dollars into. We're going to take a look at them and see if they're worth playing. So, you're probably wondering, why should we be following insiders? And the reason for that is because they know more about the individual company that they are at than pretty much anyone else. They have most of the time, a giant role at that company, and if they know that a giant event is about to release, they load millions of dollars into that stock right before it pops up and then make bank. So let's take a look at 3 stocks that they're buying a lot of right now. So the first one is DAWN. This company had $41 million flowing into it over the past month or so, right? Not even, I guess you could say the past couple weeks. So basically, AI, Day One LLC, Michael Gladstone, and the Atlas Venture Opportunity Fund plowed $41 million into this company. Now, this stock has all-time highs right around $28.70, and right now it's at $17.45. They just had some pretty good news release the other day on like June 12th or June 13th, where basically they had some really good news from one of their trials. This is a biotechnology company that focuses on childhood cancer. So obviously any sort of big or good news related to, one of their trials or studies can be game-changing for this company. Most of the time, biotechnology stocks like these are extremely volatile. Whenever there's a lot of hype related to one of their trials, products, or medicines, or even treatments, the stock can blast to the upside. And, of course, if the trial's bad, it could tank down too. But the main point is that biotechnology companies like DAWN are almost always extremely volatile, and they're very news-driven. And what's very interesting is when you see insiders buying $41 million of the stock just a couple weeks ago at $15 a share, and now it's uptrending up to $17.45 a share, and it's trading higher by the day, it's definitely worth looking into. Like I said, they're a very volatile stock, and they're in a pretty good industry. Now, looking at the stock's price action, we can see, like I said, all-time highs right around $28.70 or so. Right now, the stock's at $17.45. On the chart, we can see that right now it's at a pretty big level, because in the past it had a support level right around $17.20, which I just highlighted on the chart, and we're right around that level right now. So as long as we can maintain this level for some time, the next major resistance isn't until around $20, which was support in the past, around a couple months ago or so, back in like October of 2021 and July of 2021. So basically, if we hold this level, the next major resistance isn't until $20. So that gives a nice little spread for this stock to run. If we break above $20, the next major resistance isn't until like 24 and then like 26. So this stock clearly has room to run, and insiders are plowing quite a bit of money into it. The next company is very crazy. Okay, so they're from Singapore. It's called WVE. It's another biotechnology company, and this stock is only trading at $2 a share, which is kind of scary to think about. So it's trading at $2.40 a share. It has all-time highs of $56. It's been pretty brutal for the past couple of years with this company. Basically, they're into genetic medicines. Like I said, Singapore-based company. The previous stock was volatile. This stock is even more volatile, and there is $20 million flowing into this company from RA Capital Management. So $20 million into a $2 stock is definitely something to look at. A lot of times biotechnology stocks, especially when they're low priced like this, are very easily manipulated, and that's kind of a good thing and a bad thing in terms of trading. The bad thing is, obviously the stock can move in some very suspicious ways, but sometimes these insiders are extremely predictable, because out of nowhere you'll see these insiders buying tens of millions of dollars of the stock, and then the next thing you know, a couple months later, they announce that they have a gigantic multi-million-dollar contract, or they just found like a new treatment or breakthrough or anything like that. So these types of companies are very sus. But hey, $20 million in a $2 stock. Looking at the price action of this company, we The next major resistance level isn't until around $3.15. After that, it's not until around $5.40. But I wouldn't necessarily look at the resistance levels. With this one, I would mainly look at, momentum and price action. Realistically, this company has been doing very bad over the past couple years. Likely that won't change unless there's a giant game-changing event or, they come up with some awesome treatment. But in terms of trading, check this out. If we zoom in a little bit more, we can see there are multiple points throughout this stock's history where it just goes on these explosive uptrends, right? This happened multiple times throughout history, and when it goes on these uptrends, they normally last for a couple weeks minimum. So the main thing I would say with this stock is wait for that type of momentum. There's not any quantitative way to define it, but you just have to keep an eye on it. If you see it blasting up, if you see good volume and momentum flowing with it, consider taking a trade on it. It's probably the riskiest stock out of the three in this video, but hey, it's at $2 right now, and it's a biotech company. All right, with the last one, we have PCOR, and we saved the biggest for last. There is $62 million flowing into this company, okay? It is between William Griffith and then Iconic Strategic Partners. $62 million flowing into this company over the past couple weeks. That's a lot. This company does a lot with software and construction management. It's called Procore. PCOR is the ticker symbol. It's slightly less volatile than the other stocks. It has the most money flowing into it. Looking at the stock itself, it has all-time highs right around $108.75. Right now it's at $49.50. It is bouncing off of a pretty critical support level, right around $40 to $41. The next major resistance isn't until $56.50. It has room to run up there. We can see it bounce off of that just a couple months ago. If it breaks above $56.50, the next major resistance is right around 71 or so. And, $61 or $62 million flowing into a company like this is pretty notable. The insiders have been buying over a couple weeks, or a couple days, I should say, as we can see on the chart right here. They've bought from anywhere from $42 up to $43.85. Like I said, right now the stock's at $49.50. It's running up. It's always good to see insiders buying like this. For all of these stocks, I'm going to put them on my watch list. Especially the first two, considering they are biotech companies. A lot of times, you'll see insiders jump in, and then, a couple months or a couple weeks later, you see some crazy news come out. While following insider trading activity, there are a couple important things to keep in mind. Insiders can sell a stock for any number of reasons. They might think the stock is overvalued. They might just want to buy a new mansion, or whatever. We don't know why they're selling. They could sell because they don't like the company. They could sell because they want a new Ferrari. We don't know. But insiders buy a stock for one reason and one reason only, and that's because they believe the stock will appreciate in value in the future, okay? Insiders are buying big on these stocks. Does that mean they're guaranteed to go up? Absolutely not. But when I see notable insider trading activity, I always like to point it out. So I hope you guys learned something from this video. If you did, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We have a bunch of other great videos planned. And join the StockedUp Discord. It's completely free. It's going to be that first link in the description and the comments down below. You can network with a bunch of other great people, and you can chat with me all day long. Join up. It's free. There's a bunch of great traders in there. It's going to be that first link in the description and the comments down below. Besides that, keep an eye on these three stocks and have a great weekend.